Hi everyone, meteorologist Ed Valley here, taking a look at the Northeast and our storm that was probably the worst forecast storm of the year, not only from us but from everybody. Yeah, so we're gonna go over what the heck happened, especially in eastern New England and near Allentown. Those were the areas that saw quite a bit more than forecast. So let's just go over it. So you notice Allentown 6 inches. I think somebody might have saw up to 7 locally. But more importantly, look this here in Worcester, Boston, all of Providence, all of Eastern Connecticut. Holy cow! It was a combination of things. So I'm going to actually pull up the longer lead radar, and this doesn't answer the question about Allentown, but it sure as heck answers the question about Eastern New England. So this what was happening here. This image right here is going to be valid in the evening. So this is, let's say, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So far, so good. That makes perfect sense to me. It was a band of snow, and the band started back in Allentown, and that band is why Allentown saw so much snow versus other areas, because that band was almost stationary over Allentown overnight Saturday night. So that same band pushed into New England, and one would think that, okay, it's going to continue to push east, but it took forever. It did. And this back edge, Hartford to Fitchburg, let's say, look at it, it just didn't move all night long. All night long. Still hasn't moved, still hasn't moved, still hasn't moved, still hasn't moved, and just this morning it finally pushed out. So it was like death by a million paper cuts. I bet there's probably 5, 6, 7, 8 inches on grass, probably half of that on roads, but it doesn't matter. It was a terrible forecast, not only by us, but by everybody in the community and the models. They were terrible. So it was just a persistent band that just hung around way longer than expected. And hand up, it happens. I always, I tell the team every time we start a season, I'm like, if we can get through February without any issues, that's a really freaking good season. And I say that with all seriousness. We pride ourselves on what we do. So when things don't go the way we want, yeah, it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna be an opportunity to get better. But we want to explain why some of these things happen, and that's what we did just there. So moving on. Not much happening through Wednesday this week. That's a good thing. But really nothing. Maybe a few stray snow showers Tuesday north. Not a big deal. Wednesday is a warmer day. Not a big deal. Yeah. About Thursday night into Friday. That is going to be a bigger deal. Rain, PA, Jersey, New York, Southern New England, Central New England. That's 90 to 100% confidence. Very high confidence. However, along the international border, less so. I'm going to show you all of the models at the same time. Most notably the Canadian, which is known to have outlandish solutions, at this range. So I'm not super duper confident about this model, but I want to show you the difference and why a small difference is going to be a huge, huge, huge difference down the road. So the European has this low pressure near Berlin, New Hampshire. The GFS back near Montreal. And then the Canadian, northwestern New Jersey. So one of these does not look like the other, right? Doesn't mean we have to toss it out quite yet, but lean against a colder solution for now. But you notice the GFS is almost all rain, even at the international border, ending as just a little bit of that mixed precipitation or snow. It's about a half to an inch and a half. And then you look at the European, it's rain for most, maybe ending as a period of snow in the north as colder air rushes in. But the same idea, you look at the amounts, pretty impressive, a half to an inch and a half generally. And then our friend, the Canadian, obviously is colder, would be more in the way of wintry precipitation. But again, a half to an inch and a half. So this is going to be a big moisture maker. It's just a matter of exactly timing out when the rain either starts and ends, or when the rain changes back over to wintry mix far north, right? So we'll figure that out in the coming days, but do know that as we head into the period of Thursday, it's looking pretty unsettled here, especially late in the day and into Thursday night. Thursday night looks really tough. Either all rain along the coast or rain changing to a wintry mix or snow inland, and then ending early Friday. And then we're dry into the weekend, albeit cold, maybe a few stray snow showers to the north. That's something we can pay attention to as we get a little bit closer. So again, not much happening here outside of the Thursday, Friday bigger system. And then we look at temperatures here, as you can imagine. Cold today, teens and 20s for most. And then as we press forward by Wednesday, notice, let me go back to Wednesday. Wednesday, we're back into the 30s and 40s now. Thursday, pushing 60 south, and then that front arrives for Friday, much colder north. Temperatures falling through the day, and then falling late in the day along the coast. And then it's a colder weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 30s and 40s south, 20s and 30s north. And then into next week, notice the milder temperatures starting to return. Lots of 50s and 60s showing up here to end the month of February south. Probably a lot of 40s to the north. So a reprieve from the deep cold and snow of winter is expected coming up, but we have to deal with whatever Mother Nature throws our way for Thursday night to Friday first. So that's what we got for you. Have a great day, and we'll be back here tomorrow with another video.